Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So Devin Haney and Shakur fight like amateurs, is what some people are saying. Even have the audacity to say that they won't go far in boxing. And this is how you know you've come across what I hear people say, and I'm not a bandwagonist. I don't like to parrot what I hear everyone says. But I would say that people who say this fall in that category of being casual fans. For what Devin Haney has been able to do by being a boxer, right? Some people call him a runner, a sprinter, whatever. And what Shakur Stevenson has managed to do, some people call him a runner, a sprinter, whatever. He's a boxer. There has to be some kind of method to the madness, right? There has to be a bit more than just being amateurish to get to the level to where Devin Haney reached and Shakur Stevenson has reached. These guys, one becoming an undisputed champion, doesn't matter how he got there, he got there. He beat guys who were respectable opponents. And for Shakur Stevenson to bubble up across 2 divisions, I think he's a 3-division world champion, right? He's a 3-division world champion now. But you just don't get there from continuing with an amateur style, which is just rack up as much points as you can and think that's going to work with the judges. That's just not how this works, okay? It's got to be effective punches. It's got to be guys that are controlling the real estate. There has to be, you have to be in there and decisively winning rounds. And if people want to describe these guys as just being boxers and having amateur styles and they won't go far in boxing, to that I got to say hold your horses and let's not take it to the stupid. Because they've gone pretty far already and look to be in position to continue moving up the ladder of success. With Shakur Stevenson, although he came off a fight where even I say, look, he can box, he can't fight. And what I mean by that is what a lot of the fans are saying by saying that they're amateurs. He's not in there looking for a mash-up, crash-up. You see, a lot of times fans tend to think that when it comes to boxing, 2 guys got to get in there and just stand in the center of the ring and just, just try to lay into each other. I mean, that's part of boxing, but that's not what boxing encompasses as a whole. There's different styles, man. The boxer, which is what these guys are. Then there's the boxer puncher, more like a Floyd Mayweather, more like an Erislan De Lara. Then you got the brawler, then you got the counter puncher, and then whatever other style that you want to describe. But neither one of these guys are brawlers. I wouldn't say they fit in the category of a boxer puncher, but what I will say is these guys are brilliant boxers. Now, if you want to sit there, man, and slam Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and say they're amateurs, they won't go far in boxing, well, that style's brought them pretty far. But when you want to talk about the one guy in recent years who's kind of fallen into this similar situation and just couldn't seem to escape from underneath that, although he's done wonderful things in boxing, is Amir Khan. And sometimes I think Amir Khan got some flack just because he's from the UK and his parents being from, Pakistan. Right? So guys see him and they just say, oh, look, this Indian guy. He's not even, it's from Pakistan. But that being said, you still hear guys like Earl Spence would laugh. I remember he was laughing at the idea of him fighting Amir Khan and thinking he would destroy Amir Khan. Now, let's hold our horses now. Would you fit Amir Khan in the same category as Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson? As just a boxer, a runner, a sprinter? Oh no, you can't put him in that category. Amir Khan, that man came to fight. He would box you, he would counter you, he was a boxer puncher, he was a brawler. Amir Khan was everything in one. And I haven't heard one person say they disagree with what I'm about to tell you. They said Amir Khan would be undefeated, he would be invincible if his chin was better. And that is the reason why Amir Khan, sometimes got into trouble in fights. Because that man was harder to sleep. He came to brawl. Now, we haven't seen Shakur Stevenson do that. We haven't seen Devin Haney really do that. Okay? Even in the fight with Lomachenko, Devin Haney wasn't really trying to stand there and have a mash-up, crash-up. Amir Khan will have a mash-up, crash-up. And that's why even when people want to make fun of Amir Khan saying he's chinny, they still, in that conversation, He may not have a chin, but that MF will fight you. A fight with Amir Khan's not easy. Ask Zab Judah. Ask Danny Garcia, even though he got the win. Ask Danny Garcia. And a matter of fact, let's just talk about Amir Khan, man, and some of the accolades, all right? Remember, did damage at 140, did damage at 147. Bubbled up, to the catch weight to fight Canelo in the fight. He was winning, hands down. Some people had him winning every round until Canelo landed the Guadalajaran bomb on him, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? Curried him. But Amir Khan went on to win regional and minor titles, man. Commonwealth Boxing Council lightweight title, the WBO Intercontinental lightweight title, the WBA International lightweight title, interim WBC Silver Super lightweight title, the WBA International welterweight title, WBC Silver welterweight title, the WBC International welterweight title, and the WBC Pearl title. So Amir Khan, he got in there and he did the business, okay? So we can say what we want about Amir Khan, but I truly believe for Shakur Stevenson and for Devin Haney, they seem, if they really want, because see, a lot of people respect him now, but to me, if they really want to get the respect of like what Amir Khan has, because they may sit back and even want to take shots at him because they hear somebody else say something. It's just like having a child in the house. They hear mom and dad saying horrible things about the neighbor. The children will sit there and parrot that. So I think when I hear them saying stuff, I think it's because they hear people saying something about Amir Khan. That's why they want to come and laugh at him. I bet you Amir Khan will whip Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney's ass. Amir Khan, say what you want. That Amir Khan at their age, Amir Khan would tear them out the frame. Amir Khan would tear them out the frame. But they shouldn't be looking at him and laughing at him. They should be looking at him and saying, okay, this guy was kind of labeled as having an amateur style, but he went there and he won some big fights. He gave people hell. And they need to look at that and see, well, what is it that he was doing to where, although people joke him because of his chin, that no one tries to downplay his skill set. And why, wherever he goes, everybody gravitates towards him. Nobody has nothing really crazy to say because that man fought. Everyone knew he would fight anybody. He wasn't afraid of anyone. That man came to fight. And Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, in my opinion, I think they need to have a fight where they sit there and hold their ground. Floyd Mayweather was a guy who, I don't have anything bad to say about Floyd Mayweather. I don't see how they hit on that man. But I remember Floyd Mayweather who was standing there going toe-to-toe with Miguel Cotto. And watching him fight, Sean B. Mitchell, watching him fight Chop Corley. And I remember I was like, damn, my man here is really getting, standing toe-to-toe with these guys. But I remember watching that saying, he'll hold his ground. But a lot of people forget watching Floyd Mayweather get in fights and choosing to mash up, crash up. They more want to remember him, and that's really, people don't see all these fights. They don't watch this. They see a few fights and then they form a judgment, which I think that's horrible. You got to be properly informed. And if we're going to sit here, man, and start to label fighters and say, especially the negative things about them, well, at least take the time to watch all their fights, look at their entire body of work as a professional, and then from there form an opinion about them. But just to sit there at a quick glimpse and look at something and say that's not bad, it's like walking by a plate of food and looking at it and just saying, no, that doesn't taste good. You never even tried it, but that doesn't taste good. But then you finally go and try it, and now you're sitting there, man, and your damn feet are hanging out the bowl because you went in there and dove in head first. You know what I'm saying? You swan dive into that bowl of food, that plate of food. So I think that's what happens. But that being said, for me, Devin Haney needs the mash-up, crash-up fight where he wins. I don't even care if he fights 3-4 rounds as a mash-up, crash-up, and the rest he boxes or he mixes it up. If he can incorporate that and show that he can hold his ground and deliver the mash-up, crash-up, Devin Haney, man, I think people are going to sit there and start to speak differently about him. Shakur Stevenson, look, that last fight, he's got to do something different in his next fight. It's all about getting the win. I understand that. Get in there and have a mash-up, crash-up. Go toe-to-toe with somebody. I don't care if you do it for 20 seconds of each round. I don't care if you do it for every other round. But you got to get in there and show people that you're not an amateur, that you're not afraid, that you're not just a boxer, that you're a fighter. Because these guys want to say that they will beat Amir Khan. Get out of here. Amir Khan, his hands, no one has quicker hands than that Ryan Garcia's hands are pretty quick, but those hands of Amir Khan, it's like it didn't even look natural how fast his hands were. Manny Pacquiao's speed just didn't seem natural. So for these guys to come out here and suggest that they would have beaten an Amir Khan, that's probably because they're watching the Amir Khan fight where he got knocked out by Canelo and him getting clipped by Danny Garcia and him fighting Maidana, although he beat Maidana, getting touched by Maidana. You know, getting there with the guys Khan was in there with and get clobbered by one of them. And let's see what happened with these two. But I truly think if they want to follow a blueprint or take someone's blueprint and add it to what they already have, because they're doing very good, Shakur and Devin Haney. I think Amir Khan is an excellent example of an amateurish boxing styles, quote unquote, that took it all the way to the top. And if he was to return right now, I say Amir Khan still has a chance, if he can get down to 147, to beat most of those guys. Simple. That being said, y'all keep cool. Devin Haney and Shakur, some people say they fight like amateurs. They won't go far in boxing. They've gone pretty damn far already. And they're going to keep going far because those guys have what it takes. But I do think if they want to get fans to stop labeling them as amateurs, amateurish runners, sprinters, guys putting duck sauce on the fried rice, I think they need to do like Amir Khan. Hold your ground in some of these fights. Have the mashup, crash up. Maybe you get buzzed, but show people that you're not afraid to get in there and mix it up. And people will start to speak differently about them. Because until then, none of them should be talking about they're like Mayweather on Mayweather's level skill-wise. Hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Floyd Mayweather he could brawl, box punch, box, counter punch, everything underneath the sun Floyd Mayweather can do. Amir Khan can do it too, man. So I don't see why y'all sitting here. I don't see why, these two would sit there now and want to try to take credit for being something that they can be, but they're not there yet. And I think if they want to get there, a good start is to say, how the hell did a guy like Amir Khan grow for the fans to love him? What is he doing? What are we doing wrong? I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. You're running away from the mashup, crash up, and that's what's needed. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.